Hey, real estate agents, Alan here with your broker tip of the month. This month, we are working on all of our organization. And to be more specific, we're working on spring cleaning. And what does that actually mean? Well, it means that we know we can service more and more people by being organized and keeping our database clean. I've covered some organizational tips in the last video, but this time we're going to be working on exactly what to do and where to find the gold inside of our database. If you haven't sat down and put a database together, do not let any more time go by because you cannot be a real player in this industry. You cannot be competitive if you are not using the right systems, processes, and technology to do so. Now, the system that we use, the technology that we use is called Commissions Inc. But any good, solid CRM will do at least when you're first getting started. Now, this one's a little bit more robust because it has some AI built in, some automation built in. But the key important parts of any CRM is understanding what happens when you receive a lead. And in our case, understanding how to put those leads in buckets and how to know how to be purpose and intentional about who you're going to target first. So the way that it works is when there is a lead that goes into the system, in this case, we're just going to pick one at random. This happens to be a foreclosure lead. And what we're going to do is we have all the contact information. So you as a real estate agent is going to go in and immediately call this person. If that person doesn't pick up, or if they pick up, you're still going to do your 8x8. That's following up at least once a day for the first 8 days. And as you're going through there, you're going to be able to add labels. And you'll notice there's all sorts of labels. There's A labels, there's B labels, and C labels. And agents have all sorts of different ones in between. But those are the three main buckets that you must have no matter what when you're building a database. And the reason is because when you decide to sit down in the morning, it's better and it's more purposeful and intentional to target the people that will close sooner or close first than to target everyone kind of just at random. And so when you're going through these leads, you're going to be adding them to those different buckets, A, B, or C, obviously based on how soon they will close. And then that gives you the opportunity to follow up with the ones that are closest to closing or the ones that need the most of your attention right now, followed up with them first. One last thing, if you have a CRM that gives you insight as to what your clients are doing, kind of like ours, here's a golden nugget that not a lot of people know about. And you can take advantage of this just like any other sales agent out there who has a brick and mortar store. Now, what I mean by that is imagine if you were selling, let's just say iPhones, right? Sales is sales. It doesn't matter if you're selling real estate or if you're selling widgets. In this case, we're going to pretend we have an Apple store and there is an iPhone that just got released. Well, what happens is that there are the people that want to walk into the store and they're going to walk up to that iPhone and they're going to take a look at it and grab it and start playing with it. And you as a sales agent are going to see that that interaction is happening. And of course, it's going to be easier for you to walk up to that person and ask them if they need any assistance versus if you just kind of ask random people that are walking up and down the mall. And that's where the power of understanding what people are doing inside of your system really comes in. Because if you click on this here, then you can go in here and say, I only want to see when people are viewing and favoriting properties. And you can see here, there's one. Here's a lead where that they decided to favorite some properties. And we can go in there and see which ones they favorited, what are they looking at, or maybe what areas. And that gives you an opportunity to call and say, hey, by the way, Mrs. Such and Such, I noticed that you're looking at these properties, or I noticed that you saw this one on Rustic Colony. What attracted you to that one? Imagine when you call and you say those things and what perception they will get from the agent that's on the other side. This is what gives you the power, is managing more data, but doing it effectively and being focused and intentional when you're spending your time prospecting, coming into the office, calling the ones that are going to close first. With that said, that is your broker tip of the month. Go out there, be focused, be intentional, be purposeful in everything that you're doing, and you will see the results. Thank you guys again for reading our newsletter, and we will see you guys next time. Have a good one.